Yo, what's up, guys? Let's take a look at edit. Obviously, you know the position in this bitch. Fucking parabolic run and a half. Broke out of this massive pennant here, or ascending triangle, whatever you want to call it. And the breakout target of that, as we talked about in my last video that I made on this, if you want to look back, go for it. We got in around 27.50 area. And I had a price target of right up to this 46.86 area, and I knew that the biggest resistance line was going to be $44, and a break of that with a confirmation was going to have a breakout target now of even higher than that. Now I want to take a look at where we are now in regards to the breakout target of this massive pattern that it broke out of. So we'll take a measured move here. And we're getting pretty damn close to my target here, guys. So, if you're in a ridiculous amount of profit, if you joined me on this, I don't know if anybody did. When I was making a video on this, Colin went to enter and whatnot. But, our target's $74, and, we're at 66 bucks. I'm starting to see some warning signs here, though. As much as I would like to hold this thing forever and, expect it to go up forever, unfortunately, that's not how these things work. So, of course, you could hold it to 74 bucks, and it might get some FOMO action in and more people buying it. It might push it up to $80, $90. I don't know. But, look at how high we are on this RSI now. In the past, we got rejected here, and now we're here. Now, it's not showing any signs of rolling over on the weekly or anything. And, this thing could still go up to 80 bucks, but it's going to need to correct first. It's probably going to have to come back down, test some fib support levels. I mean, it's just been running. So, if you're up a shit ton, I would probably say, not financial advice, and, I don't want to lose you more potential gains potentially, but if you're fucking already in some insane profits, take some off the table. Sell half. I don't know if you doubled, tripled, or whatever, but I would suggest starting to unload some bags up in this range, because I'll show you why in a few. So, what a great breakout we had here. Look at the massive gains that we had. This run is insane. Absolutely insane. Let's do something here for the fun of it. Watch this. So if you entered on the breakout of this pattern, say you entered right around like 31 bucks, and you ran this motherfucker all the way up to where it is now. Look at the profits. 119% run. That's almost unheard of. Crazy, huh? And if you enter down here where we made the video on it, 27.50 area, what's the run now? Oh, we're not even high enough yet. Let's bring it up a little bit more. Boom. 150%. Almost 151%. That's a run, if you haven't seen one there. That's shit you see in cryptocurrency, this fucking hockey stick pattern here. Looks like NIO or some shit over here. This is crazy. So, as you see on the 4-hourly, we had a pink TD9 flash. We did not do anything about it. The next one is a 9 candle. We could get a red. Well, we're most likely getting a red TD9 flash tomorrow. Now, that doesn't mean it has to drop as soon as you get a TD9. But at the end of the day, it could start correcting. We're not anywhere near 9 flash on the daily yet. Sometimes these things, when they're in these powerful moves, they can continue on through these 9 flashes. But, some people could say, draw this trend line. Oh, we're still going to come way up here. Yeah, you could come way up there. Maybe. But look where we are right now. That would be 112 on the RSI. We're at 93. We're pretty high. I've seen stocks hit the 100 levels and then correct, but most of the time when you're in the 90s, you can't really get much higher than that. I mean, you can, but it's not getting much. It's not getting very sustainable at that point. So, if you had a fucking solid entry point, say you entered at $44 and you're up, I don't know, 50, 40, whatever, 40%, something like that. I mean, yeah, there's possibility that you're good. I mean, you could put your stop loss at break even if you want. You could put your stop loss, at like $50 or something like that, and lock in some gains there with half your profits, or sell half and hold the rest and put your stop loss at break even at that point. Play with just the profits, all different kind of things. Now I kind of expect that this is going to come back down and retest this $44 level eventually. And from there, we'll have to decide, are we going to play this thing again? Because it could, turn into a big M, which could run us back up into this level and retest wherever this thing decides to top out. I mean, if I was going to call a top, I would say, probably the 74, maybe. But I'm not saying you wait here and sit here. Oh, you said it's going to 74. I'm going to wait till 74. And then it crashed down to $50 and you're like, oh, thought we were going to 74. You know what I mean? And that's why you can't predict the top or anything. But you could look at the chart and say, hey, this thing's telling me that we are getting pretty damn high on all these time frames. And we made a massive W on every single freaking thing you can look at on this chart. It's amazing. And, the MACD, beautiful W, RSI, beautiful W, and the trend, beautiful W. Clean this shit up here so we can just take a beautiful visual at this thing. Sexy chart. I mean, I was looking at this as an inverse head and shoulders, and here it is. Boom. And not only that, but we got a fucking beautiful giant W out of it. So this is, this is shit you like to see when shit plays out the way you expected it to, pat yourself on the back. I wish HYLN would do a little bit better for me because I'm in on that motherfucker, and it's not ready yet, but I still have this strong feeling in my gut that this is what we're going to do. But this isn't a video on HYLN, so, for now, fuck that thing. We can't, I wish we could have been buyers at the $13 level shit, but anyway, let's take fib retracement here from the swing low to the swing high, all the way up to 66.97. Crazy. So, the 0.236 is at 54.46. Could come down there, maybe touch that, and a lot of people will probably buy it up, come back up, test the 67, depending on how this daily. I mean, there's nothing really saying that this thing's going to roll over besides the TD9 flash. There's nothing on the MACD that's crossing negative or anything like that. We have some bearish divergence in the 1 hour time frame that could potentially bring us down, and then maybe some people trying to take some profits eventually. But other than this bearish divergence I see, there's really not anything besides the very high RSI and in every time frame, and just this straight up action. Obviously not on the hourly, but on the 4 hourly and the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly. I mean, all these time frames are showing the RSI is way up there. And that's the only thing for me, just knowing how technical analysis is and what it calls for. Usually you don't keep on going up on the RSI. So when you're getting up in these levels, it's good time to start saying, all right, I'm going to take some off the table up here. And then if I really want to, I'll buy back in down below. I mean, I'll be looking at this RSI. Maybe I'll be making a video if I do notice anything over the next couple of weeks. If we start getting any MACD crosses or these TD9 flashes start correcting us, I would expect our first dip, though, down to that 2.236 level I just talked about in the $50 range, and probably get a little consolidation, maybe a bounce there, so that if you wanted to play this thing, if you missed it, feel free to set some buy orders at that level. I mean, that's a potential good spot to rebuy in and then have your stop losses below it. I mean, on the daily, we had this red TD9 flash that we ignored as well. Kept on running. But we had a golden cross here today that I was expecting. I was watching this thing, and I said, this thing's going to keep running today too because of this golden cross we got. So now pretty much all this bullish shit is out of the way, Now we're going to start getting into a little bit of correcting, in my opinion. Like I said, we could go up a little bit more, but, this red TD9 flash that we're going to get tomorrow will be probably the first sign, and then after that, start moving our way down to find some support below, and then maybe retest the high again wherever we top out, and then we'll do it again. And if we double top there, then we'll have to look for some potential support down at the 44 level after that. But anyway, all right, guys, that's all I got for you on edit. Hopefully you guys are in some profits. Hit the like button if you got in, and if you're in some profits. All right, peace.